Hello my fellow humans, it's me Dip. Today I'll be showing you how to use Express and Node.js to create a local web server. So let's get started. So let me just clear the terminal real quick and go ahead and type npm node package manager I install Express. That should install the Express library onto our folder. Now you can create a main.js file. You can call it whatever you want, but I'll call it main. Just make sure that the end of the file is .js and not something else, so it compiles as JS code. So now let's go ahead and import Express into our file. So how we do that is you create a variable. So I'm going to call it Express. This for readability purposes, you can call it whatever you'd like. Equals require Express. There we go. And now let's initialize Express. So const app. Again, you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it app. And if we do that, that should allow us to use all the Express functions. So let's go ahead and create a listener. So a listener just allows you to listen for requests and respond to them. And that'll make more sense in a bit. If you aren't familiar with coding or web development, that's okay. Let's go ahead and do this here. So how you want to access, so right now the server is running, but let me just make it easier. I'll do a console.log server is now running. And if we go ahead and run it, so how you want to run it is go to the directory of your file. In this case, this is my one. It's the folder I'm using. But if you don't know how to get to it, all you have to do is go to the file, copy the path. So copy the path, and then you can just go cd and then paste in the path there, and it should bring you into your local file. But after that, what you can do is go node and then the name of the app. So main.js for mine. Yep, there we go. Server is now running. And if we go here and go local host and then 5000. Oh, sorry, I messed that up there. Local host 5000. There we go. Cannot /get. So it's not working right now because we haven't set like a response for this, but we can see that it is responding. If it wasn't responding and we went to 5001, you would we'll just load forever and it would not give you anything back. And the 5000 here is just based off this bit of code here. So 5000. If you did 5001, you'd have to refresh it. Well, I mean, it still works, but sorry. So if you want to stop the server, so you can like register your new changes, you go Control-C in the terminal here. You might have to do it multiple times, but if this comes back up, you're good to go. Go ahead and save your changes, Control-S, and then again, node main.js. You can just press the up button on your keyboard, and it should bring back the last command that you put into the terminal. So anyway, let's start it back up. And if I go 5000, as you can see, it is not going to work because I've changed my my listening port to 5001. But anyway, let's continue from here. 5000. Let's cancel this. Clear the terminal. Then, so how we want to respond to queries is go app.get, I believe. Let me just double check my source here. Where is it? App.get. Yep. Okay, so app.get. Then what you want to do is just in brackets, in quotations like this, do a slash, right? This is the default. So if you just look up localhost, this is like the home page. And what you can do after this is create. So this takes two arguments. The first is like the actual like URL that you use to get to it. In this case, it's just like the home page. So the default is this. And then this is just mandatory. It's just like required. What you want to do is create another nested bracket in here and go, I believe request. Yeah. So rec just as for request, and then res for response, right? And then equal sign, and then one of these. And that should allow you to respond with some HTML, some just plain text. I'm going to use this plain text for this tutorial. So what you can do is, I believe so res dot send, not rec, send res dot send. Yeah, so okay, res.send, and then in brackets what you'd like to say. So let's just say this is the home page. And after you do that, if you go ahead and restart the server is not running. Give that a paste. There we go. This is the home page. There we go. Wonderful. Now, if you want to do something else, we can just copy paste this in. Let's say we want an let's go Among Us page, and you can say, nah, please leave. This meme is very much dead. Get that. Control C, clear. So get up and running. There we go. So this is home page is working as intended, and if you go slash Among Us, was it? Yeah, there we go. This please leave. This meme is very much dead. And that's how you handle different pages. So let's say you want to use HTML. How do I do that? But first, let me show you something real quick. If I were to go to home, Control-Shift-I, this will bring up like the developer console area. And if we refresh this page, what do we have here? This is like the file that we requested from the server. So this is the GET request, right? And we can see that the default status code is 304 because we haven't. This is like the second time we've accessed it. This means the file hasn't been modified since the last time. But usually it'll be 200, which just means that it's working. Everything's working fine as intended. But let's say something isn't working, and we, I don't know, accidentally typed in slash corn, right? Then it's like, oh, you cannot get corn because it doesn't exist. How do we handle that? Because I don't know. This is fine, I guess, but if you want to use your own custom, like handling page for errors, what you can do is you can create an all method. So this is my example one. So how you'd set it up is go app.all, and then in brackets one of these, and then again the same syntax, request response equals that. There we go. And for my sample one, the source that I'm using, yep. So what you want to do is go response dot status. So there's like a bunch of different statuses that you can use. So HTML status, maybe this will show it up. Yeah, so response codes, right? There's a bunch. You don't need to memorize them. You can just look them up anytime you want. So we want a client error response, right? And there's some different types. There's for 100 for bad requests, server cannot or will not process the request due to something that is perceived to be a client error. Invalid request is something maybe along the lines of this, right? Or maybe if you did like 500, say that's an error. That would be like a 400 error because our syntax is all wrong. That's not how you're meant to access the page. But let's say that we just want to handle one where there isn't a page for it. So what we would do is look up 404, right? 404. If you ever access the website and it's down, it'll probably say 404, not found. The server cannot find the requested resource in the browser. This means the URL is not recognized. That's what we want. So how you set that up here is we go .status 404. That just sets up that the file is missing. You don't have it. And then .send again, just from this bit here. And you would go, yep, it's like, sorry, this file doesn't exist. Well, I mean, also if you want to like send like these symbols here, but you're already using it to use as a quotation, you can just use double ones here, and it should work fine. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Here we go. Control S, clear. Main.js, and if we look at that, oh, there we go. Sorry, this file doesn't exist. Wonderful. All right, now what else can we do? Let's say you want to use HTML, CSS, and all that stuff to, jazz it up, make your website look a bit cooler. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to access my my resource. How do we do it here? Yeah, so you're gonna have to use a static file. So what is a static file? Well, I'll explain as we get into it. So app.use, yeah, I'll put this in the very top, right, so it gets run in the beginning. App.use, and what was it? Express.static, and then the name of the file, in this case is /public. So / just means the current directory. So in my case, it would be test because my main.js is in the test file. And then public. You can call it whatever you want, really. I'll just call it public for now. And you have to make a file in here called public. All right, wonderful. There we go. Right now it's empty, but let's go ahead and, you know, in the main file actually, let's go make an index.js, not JS, sorry. Dot HTML, an HTML file. And just this is a quick shortcut to generate boilerplate HTML code. What you do is you go exclamation mark and go enter, and it will just print out everything you need. Or you can go triple exclamation and then enter, to just, you know, just get the doc type, which I don't know why you would do that, but in our case I want the whole thing. There we go. It's got the head tag, the body tag. Let's just call this homepage. Create a body, call it, make a h1 tag, and call it hello. This is the home page. There we go. Control S, and then maybe a list, unordered list, and then some list items. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and obviously Among Us. And right now we cannot just send the file in directly because you'd have to import it first. And how do we do that? In this case, sorry, let's have a look here. I'm relatively new to this myself, so bear with me here. Not JSON products. No, I need express data, map products, H1 resource not found. You know, let's do some live lookups, right? No, don't feel shy to, you know, look up any issues that you don't know how to solve. So let's just look up express how to import HTML file, right? How to deliver HTML files with Express. Here we go. And what does it say here? That's how you set it up. And here we go. So we need to use the send file function, right? So let's go ahead and try that out. So go here to main.js, and let's change the home page. We don't like this one, right? res.sendFile. The send file, res.sendFile. Hopefully it should work. Where is it? Oh, sorry. Wrong file. Send file. Oh, there we go. Do that. And I believe it was __ dir name, directory name. Yep. So underscore, just keep doing the wrong one. Anyway, __ dir name, comma. So directory name just is a path just to our local file, right? So the file where the main.js is in, which is the same as this basically, right? Oh, not that. This user's your user desktop and then test in my case, but it should be different for you. Control CC. Just let me clear this out. Yeah. Directory name, and then I believe, what do they have? Index.html. Yep. So this is our index.html. So that index.html. And hopefully, if we run it, no issues. And if we hopefully it should. We don't want core. We want the local file. The file does not exist. Why is that? Did I change something? Oh, sorry, path.join, right? So we need the path as well. So for that, we need const path require path, right? So const path equals require path. That just imports path into our file. I believe this is a default, like already installed with Node.js, but I might be wrong. We can just have a test real quick. So we would go here, path.join. I think it was join. Yep. Path.join. Join directory name and the index.html. Clear. Here we go. There we go. That's our HTML. So let's say we want some CSS. Usually how you would do that is you would go link, I believe. Maybe in the head or the body. Link Yep, so here we go. Yeah, so link relation is style sheets because it's a CSS file. Then our name, the name of our CSS file, right? Link relation equals style sheet, right? And then href, our location of the file. Let's close that off. Is /styles.css. Right now we don't have the file yet, but let's go ahead and set one up. And usually when you want to put all your CSS, all your JavaScript files into here, right? So let's go styles.css, boop, and let's just make this simple. Body color red. There we go. And if we refresh our page, hopefully, oh, there we go. Da-da-da. Our text is now red. But here's a quick thing that I want to just demonstrate, because you might be asking, well, okay, that's cool, it works fine, but why do we, like, how does it work, right? So because we called here in the file /styles.css, but clearly the style function, the style file is not in the actual main directory, right? So how is it resolving this file? So how it does it is just through this function here. So remember how we use the public file? So app.use static, so app.use express.static, and then the public file here just makes it so that everything in the public folder is accessible at any time by like any of the files here. So if we didn't have it, let's say if we deleted this or, you know, commented it out, cancel this, clear, start the server back up, we refresh, there we go, our CSS is like it's not showing up and there's a bit of an error. And if we go into the resource, yeah, so if you look here, it says 404 not found, so the file does not exist. And again, let's try it again with the static files. And if we try it now, oh, there we go, red text, and it's all good to go. Wonderful. All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you learned something from this, and you know, hit like if you liked the video, and follow me if you want some more wacky content. Bye bye, toodaloo.